Thank you for joining us today. My name is Sasha Parrish, and I am the staff editor of the Diversity Business Review and the host of the Diversity Business Review podcast. On today's episode, we have with us contributing author of the Diversity Business Review Spring Edition, DeLayna Elliott. Let's dive right in. DeLayna, thank you for being here. Would you please like to introduce yourself?
Hi, Sasha. I am DeLayna Michelle Elliott, affectionately known as the Diamond Wealth Coach. I'm the CEO of W3 Women with Wealth and the W3 Wealth Institute. Very, very excited about the opportunity to share with you today and your wonderful audience. Looking forward to helping majority women, but no exclusion to men. But I love to empower women to develop spiritually and financially. And been in the industry, financial services for over 30 years. My husband and I run a financial services practice together called World Fidelity Life. And then we use the W3 Institute as an opportunity to educate. He and I both teach classes. I am also a contributor on the Inclusive Voice. I run a Mind Your Money series there. And so just, again, looking forward to sharing today, chatting today, and talking about the Black woman's economy. So I'm very excited about that.
Great. Well, to start with, can you please give us a brief summary of your article, The Black Woman's Economy Changing the Game, for those who may be interested but perhaps unfamiliar?
Okay, awesome. Well, I am a Black woman and raised by a Black woman, single Black woman. And our economy, Sasha, Martin Luther King did a beautiful talk on the two Americas. And he brought, revelation, that we literally live in two different worlds, although we're in the same country.
Yes.
And so as Black women, and again, being raised by a Black woman, my aunt raised her two daughters as a single Black woman. I got the privilege of witnessing the resilience of Black women, our contributions to the country. My mother is a veteran. She served in, the United States Army. She was also an educator. And so looking at her contributions as a Black woman, how she had to manage her money on making 58 cents to on the dollar of every of white men, how she was able to use her disposable income, and raise two daughters successfully. My sister has her, degree from Oral Roberts University and running a full children's ministry, for her church, there in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm successful, in financial services, again, over 30 years of banking, and helping women, understand how to navigate, in this economy. And so I welcome readers, to read the article. We start off with some data and statistics, regarding our contributions as Black women, and then what are the things that we need to do, and how do we continue to successfully thrive in this economy, with the tools and the opportunities, that are afforded us, the rights that we have, how to invoke those rights. We are citizens of the United States of America, so we don't have to beg, for rights that are ours, divinely. And so, how do we do that? We can fight, and then we can also learn, and then we can invoke. And so I'm very, very excited about that. So thank you again for allowing me to give a great summary there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so all of our contributors have submitted pieces based on topics that they feel are important. You just mentioned how your piece ties into your family history. So is that part of why you chose this topic? And when you were writing, what did you hope to accomplish with this article?
Yeah. Again, thank you. Because I'm personally invested, right? Being in the financial services industry since the age of about 21, 22, I was often, and even now, the only Black, not only in the branch, but sometimes when I started my career in Monterey, California, I was the only Black in the building. And so, again, understanding how to navigate the world, of economics as a Black woman. This is a beautiful point to me because I was in mortgage banking. So when I talk about the housing discrimination, when I talk about, the things that were kind of keeping us out of, areas of wealth, like homeownership, I was in the industry at 22. And so I was able to, from an operational standpoint, also as an underwriter, and now, in technology, and now an author, I've witnessed this, going on 60 years old in October. So I've witnessed this over the last 40 years, of the strides that we have made, as part of, homeownership, et cetera. But I've also, I'm still witnessing gaps that we yet have. And so I was very moved to be able to write such an article. And then this has definitely given me an opportunity to even expand, on some of the things that we do want to help rectify. Again, education is powerful, but the application of the tools and strategies are what I see as imperative for us as Black women, to be able to, again, to thrive in this economy.
Yeah, thank you, DeLayna. A lot of those experiences you mentioned, I'm sure, are very universal and very much felt by a lot of people. So I think that your article is really going to offer a lot of interesting data and useful tools for people to employ. It's been a while since you wrote it, though. It's been almost a year.
Yes.
So since you've written the article, have you come across any new data or tools or just any new information that maybe changed your opinion in any way or provoked you to potentially expand on your work? Or if you wrote it again, is there something you would add?
Yes, I would definitely add, and Pam has been on me about, DeLayna, when's the book coming out? So that is one thing that has, I've definitely been invoked, to expand this, in an upcoming book. The thing, I guess, what I'm really inspired by, Sasha, are the young people, like yourself. I'm really, really excited about the opportunities. We're talking now, my husband and I, our book will be coming out probably over the next couple of weeks, called Power of Oneness, Winning in Marriage and Money. And in that book, we are discussing how to create your own family bank. And so when you said, like, since I've written this article, our book is coming out to expand on how we can take advantage and how we can take control of our economy. How do we bank differently? What tools are available, so that we can utilize these tools to gain an advantage, to put our hard money to work for us instead of us keep working for money. How do we have the normal, or how do we make the money conversation normal, at the kitchen table, at dinner, for Thanksgiving. We're meeting with our children. They're millennials. My son is going on 35 this year, been married for 4 years. We're going to be grandparents in September. And so I have 2 bonus granddaughters, in their 20s. And so what we're doing as a family, we're discussing our economic life. What does our economy as the Elliott family look like? We're discussing, bank accounts and beneficiaries, and we're discussing, life insurance and Roth accounts and, tax risk, and making sure that your money, there's 3 buckets of money I discuss in Mind Your Money, making sure that your accounts that you're saving your money in are in the best accounts so that you can live a tax-free life in retirement. So we're having these money conversations that normally don't happen at our kitchen table, and as a Black family, but we're teaching our kids to make the conversation normal. We're talking to our grandchildren. We're going to be talking and setting up things, for our newborn, and then talking to them about how they can take advantage, of a cash value life insurance policy on her as a newborn. These have been tools and strategies, that our other counterparts have been doing for hundreds of years. And so coming into that new revelation of what money is, the language of money, and how we can self-educate, because you're not going to get it in school, you're not going to get it in colleges, you're not going to get it in in your
Yeah.
elementary schools, etc., high schools. We're fighting the battle of now just trying to get Black history taught in the schools, so they're definitely not going to teach you about money, right? So we got to take this, we got to take control of our own education of our family. We've got to be responsible, as mothers, since over 74%, of the Black household is led by a woman, and so we have got to make sure that we are giving our children and our grandchildren the advantages of self-education when it comes to money and economics.
Absolutely. It's very true for me. I learned everything I know about finances at home from
Exactly.
my parents. So yeah,
Mm-hmm,
it
mm-hmm.
really rings true. Wow. Thank you, DeLayna, so much for expanding on this topic and for coming to speak with us today. I look forward to your book coming.
Yes.
Congratulations on being grandma. Um,
Thank you.
before we go, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, I do want to share that I have a 2 video series called Healing Your Money Wounds. And I've made that available. It's at a nominal cost. And if you just go to, if your audience goes to DeLayna, DeLayna, Elliott, ELLIOTT.com, it'll lead them right to the Healing Your Money Wounds video series. Like I said, there's only 2 videos, probably take less than 45 minutes, to watch both. I have a PDF in there as well. And it just helps you understand some of the traumas and things that have happened to us as African Americans, and how to start that healing process so that we can take advantage of tools and strategies that are available to us today.
Incredible. Thank you, DeLayna. To our listeners, you can access DeLayna's full article on the Diversity Business Review website, diversitybusinessreview.com, or in the Diversity Business Review Spring Edition alongside several of our other amazing contributors. You can also find her Healing Your Money Wounds series on her website. Thank you so much for listening to us today, and we hope to hear from you guys again. Thank you, DeLayna.
Thank you, Sasha. Take care.